The beauty of this, and I've always talked about this, is that you come across a lot of different people. So you come here, you got an idea, there's something you want to do. You don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know who they know. You don't know what it may turn into. And my next guest, I met 3 years ago here at Global Hope Forum. And again, it's just talking, and then all of a sudden, he showed me some technology, and I was like, pretty cool. And now, 3 years later, his company has totally changed, and it shows you what happens when you go to places, whether it's here, whether it's Afrotech, whether it's National Association of Black Journalists, I don't care what it is, and how you are to make connections with folk to be able to build, expand, and grow your idea and your business. So Dr. Danaka Wardrick, Push 2.0 group is here.
Yes.
So, man, good to see you. So, again, 3 years ago, so you had this, you were walking around, and you had this technology. It was a band, and you were like, hey, you know, you can sit here, we can program it, and then that way folks can just hold the phone up, and all of a sudden it reads stuff. And I was like, all right, pretty cool.
Yes.
And then it was just you, and you were just trying to make it happen. And 3 years later, a lot has happened.
Well, it's a little bit more than that. And you're being a bit modest. But it was after you saw it and you liked it and you started using it.
And again, for everybody's watching, we were just in the hallway. We were just talking. I was like, all right. And you said, I want to show you this.
And
all right.
And it wasn't even just that. I think you had ran out of business cards because people were swarming you. And I was like, well, this is an opportunity to get something in your hands. But from the moment of meeting you, when you introduced me to AJ Calloway, it literally started a snowball effect. So during that time, it's called the Techlet for all of you at home. The snowball effect that it started was not just in confidence, but also in teaching me something more how to put ourselves out there. And I always said to myself, if I had the chance to fully thank you, that I would, because it literally changed our lives from day one. During this time, there was no tech team. I was the only engineer in the lab. And from that, not only did we just grow, but we prospered, we thrived. And it allowed me to get engineers like Miss Shannon, Miss Reba, Joe, a lot of people that came into the team and started helping build near-field communication with us. And to be honest, this is an area that a lot of our people are not in. Majority of the time when they think of intellectual platforms for us or intellectual professions, they're looking at things like medicine, pharmaceuticals. We're not always in the development stages. Mm-hmm. Now, shout out to a lot of them that are, but we're literally one of the first. And to have a science laboratory that's based around NFC research here in Atlanta, Georgia is outstanding.
Folks who don't know, what's NFC?
NFC stands for Near Field Communication. So it allows you to interact with different devices within a small proximity.
Got it.
So if you look at, if you ever tap to pay for something, that's near field communication.
Got it.
Every room in this hotel, when you tap with a key, the key card,
right?
That's near field communication.
Going in your room.
Exactly. So it all falls along those kind of lines. But we didn't just stop at the band, because when you found out about us, we just had the bands and the Techlets.
And again, well, first of all, we're talking about the bands. So first of all, a lot of times with these bands, they're bulky, they don't look great. And so part of your whole deal was, it's black people, I need to make it look like,
exactly.
It got to go together. It got to go. It got to look good.
Yeah.
So and the other deal is, you know, you can wear, and the average person they just think, oh man, that's a nice band.
Yeah, they have no idea that it's loaded with technology.
Right, and so that first band that you gave me
was a Mach 2. Yes.
Okay, and that was, so it had business card on it.
Yes.
So yesterday when we chat, so this one here, you said
it's a Mach 3.
Okay, well, it has 3 areas on it.
So it has 3 different antenna hemispheres. Now, it doesn't just hold the business card anymore. This could do everything from start your car. You could copy your key card to your elevator and to your room to it. It could get you in your home.
And how does it, so what, does a person just, what do they do? So that's the person who's watching, so it's already programmed.
Yes.
So, all right, so somebody comes up to me and I want to give them my business card. What do I do?
Only thing you would have to do is hold your arm out now, because yours have your personal information on it.
No, we didn't put that one on here.
Okay, so
this just has the email on it.
All right, so only thing they have to do is just tap, and it pulls up the whole information of everything that they need for you.
Right. I use dot card. So it's pulling dot card up.
Yes.
So all they do is just hold their phone right up to it.
Yes. Now the difference is with iPhones, their drivers are all up here at the top. So anything that you do with an iPhone, your driver is always going to be up at the top. With Androids, it's a little bit different, because Androids is going to go from the left-hand corner or the middle. So it's the hemispheres change depending on the type of phone.
So the middle one was the business card.
Yes.
And I forgot what she put on this side here. I think it was how to support the show.
How to support the show, and also I believe it was the YouTube as well.
Yeah, so YouTube.
Am I right, Ms. Shannon?
Yeah, the YouTube is on this side over here.
Yes.
So pull your phone up.
Okay.
So we're gonna tap on the right side.
So on this side, it takes
right
them directly to the YouTube.
Right to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, allowing them to subscribe.
Give me a shot, Henry.
Right, Henry, you got that?
So you tap. You, with your phone, you just tapped on that side of this wrist.
Yes.
And automatically to my YouTube channel.
Exactly.
So
now,
if somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey, I want to subscribe to your show.
Very easily. But now this is the thing. When we think about something like that, someone like you who comes across millions of people a year, you don't come across 5,000, 10,000 people. You come across millions. Even here, you're coming across close to 20,000 people just here.
Right.
But the way it converts into something financial is outstanding. So when I first developed it, it wasn't an idea of building a business. When I first built it, I built it for myself. And the algorithm was written on a piece of plywood pulled out of the wall. This is no boy. It was on Whitehall Forest Court and Boulder Crest, right here in Atlanta.
You have that plywood?
Yes. We ain't framing. You know what? I actually have it sitting inside of storage.
No, you got to frame that, bro.
I know.
You got to frame that.
But
you got to put that in a frame.
It's a big piece of plywood.
It's a big ass frame. They make big ass frames.
Yeah. Okay. I never thought about framing it, because honestly I wouldn't know how do you frame a piece of plywood?
No. Trust me, people who do this, you can take it to Hobby Lobby. They frame all kind of stuff. Because if that's the origin of your business,
yes,
dude, you need to frame that.
So this is where it took an amazing turn at. After you introduced me to AJ,
because he was here,
yes,
and I was like, hey, check this out.
He was here with Miss Basketball at the time,
Christina Granville.
Yes, and he followed me, but then he popped up at the Russell Center where I was at, teaching a workshop. And while he was coming to pick one up, Donald Beamer, the senior technology advisor to the Mayor Andre Dickens, was literally just standing in the corner. And when he saw, he said, well, what was that AJ had on his wrist? And I was like, what, the tech? He was like, yeah. Where's your lab at? Let me give you a call. And next thing you know, he shows up at the lab. He spends a whole day with us. And they started using, I don't know if I could talk about on camera what they're using it for, because that's their business, but they started using it for some pretty
interesting of Atlanta.
Using it for some pretty interesting stuff, which sent us totally into the stratosphere. And now that they're seeing us in this space, I would say we created some pretty cool stuff, but in retrospect to it, with things that Atlanta go through with having food deserts and stuff like that, it allowed us to create other technology to benefit the city.
So you took that initial idea,
yes,
how more can we do? And the point we were making here is that it had 3 touch points. And what you were saying is that with the app, I can change
whatever you want.
So if it's like, all right, if people say, I want to support your show, like a matter of fact, earlier, a brother said, hey, I want to Zelle your show.
Yes.
So I can have it programmed to where, boom.
You can have a whole POS system on your wrist.
Okay, again, for the person watching, what the hell is a POS?
A payment processing system.
Point of sale.
Point of sale,
there you
yes.
Go.
So usually when people see a point of sale system, it's bulky, it's a cash register.
It's the square.
Yeah.
And I gotta go get it.
You gotta have it charged, all those kind of things. This, you don't need to charge it. It's waterproof. You can run over it with the car and it's gonna last. So we built it to do multifunctional things, not just one, but so you can actually, how do you say, limit the footprint that you carry with yourself.
Yeah, because you're not trying to, listen, the whole point of QR codes, I'm not trying to carry business cards. I'm not trying, and if I'm giving a presentation and I'm talking to 200-300 people,
yes,
they can just pop it up on the screen and just hold your phone up. I'm not trying, right, I'm not printing them damn cards. I got to remember it. I got to remember to carry. And most people never even hit you anyway.
Yeah.
So the whole point is using technology to make your life a lot easier. Absolutely.
So two of the main things that it mainly does is even when they're gathering your information from there, it puts it in their phone automatically. So you don't have to wait for the return call from a business card, of which 9 times out of 10, they don't do. Like, we were taking a survey while we were here and just watching. 90% of the people that get business cards, while they're here at the Global Hope Forum, you're not seeing them take it and transfer that information into their phone.
Nope.
So it ends up in a junk drawer. It ends up in a gift bag, of which...
See, what I do is, because you can lose a card.
Yeah.
Or people write something down. I remember I did the National Black MBAs in L.A., and Idris Elba was on the panel.
Okay.
He's like, man, that was a hell of a job. And so he writes his number down and gets to, dude, I don't know what the hell happened. Because I flew in on a red eye, moderated, flew back on a red eye. I have no idea what, they were like, how the hell you lose Idris Elba's phone number? I did. so what I do a lot of times is, folks will hand me a card, and if I'm like, no, I'll take a picture of it. Because I've lost, and that saved me several times. So I'll be like, damn, what happened to that card? So I used to have it was an app that you could immediately scan the card and right to your phone. But you're absolutely right. There's nothing worse than you're like, what the hell did I do with that card? So you looking all in the bag and you looking everywhere. Yep.
And then if you're walking around with a stack of them, they end up crumbled up. You can't read the information or anything like that.
Right.
So it changes the trajectory, just not on how we transfer information, but how we connect as people.
Got it.
Because once you have somebody's phone saved and they're following you on Instagram or they don't subscribe, now you could get into building a relationship.
Yep.
Now you could get into talking to them about things that actually matter to your movement.
So with these here, how many different colors and styles that y'all have?
Oh man, so we drop them like Jordans. I'm gonna be honest. So we have right now maybe like 20 different styles, but it goes from the Mach 1 to the Mach 2 to the Mach 3.
Got it.
And here's a funny story about it, and we was touching on this yesterday. I have seen people lend their techlet to other people when they're going to events. Nobody uses it for the same thing. So take, for example, if this person owns a fragrance company or this person has a media company, if it's to drive subscriptions, from this event alone, you could get easily 10,000 subscribers just by walking in a hallway.
Right.
What that does is, in turn, is it gives you an idea to look at how you're communicating, not just better, but more efficiently.
Right.
And it becomes like something that you have with you every day. No difference than your phone or people's prescription. You never know.
Now, so you talked about, what are the other things that y'all have developed? You got some stuff right here. So this box right here, that's what this is.
Yeah, this is the techlet. But like I said, this is just where we started.
Right.
It's not where we finish. So this right here, we call this is how we tithe. These two devices right here. This is called the Digi Spike, and this is called the Plant Pod.
This is called the
Digi Spike. So
Digi Spike.
Yeah, so take, for example, when you're on a farm, right, and you're seeing crops grown, Normally, you just see a rock or a stick with the name on it. Carrots, corn, aloe, things like that. However, what if when you tap here, you don't just know what it is, but you know how to prepare it for a remedy, for food, for cultivation, or even for medicine?
So let's say, so my brother has a garden in the back of his house.
Yes.
And he grows, he's an executive chef. And he grows stuff. So by having this, it's not just that's tomatoes, that's this, that's parsley, that's whatever.
That could tell his sous chef what ingredients he used that tomato in and what to use it for.
Okay.
It allows, not even just for that, even with kids, because the Andrew Young YMCA and the Village at Carver YMCA is currently using our plant technology.
All right.
The kids get a chance to learn from this as well. So to train the next generation of farming and urban farming, when they tap it, they get a video telling them about the crop, how to prepare it, what it's best used for, and things like that.
So this is if I got a garden or whatever, it's in the ground. But this is if you're growing it in your house.
Yes.
And this would go into the soil.
This one right here is one of my favorite. We're going to move the Domino S3 over here real quick. So the plant pod does something pretty cool, right? Usually a lot of people, they don't have green thumbs. But let's say, for example, if you're growing a spice or herb and you figured out something that no other grower has figured out, and you know it could benefit every farm around you, when you tap it, what it does is it brings up an application interface that basically, when you input the information from the trimming to the plant soil, all the way down to the nutrients that you're using, once you hit submit, you share that information with all the farmers within a 5-mile radius of you.
Zoom in, you'll see. Zooming in. As the furthest you go?
That's the furthest you go?
Go to you. Don't worry about it. Stay right there.
Okay, I'm going to stay right here.
Stay right there.
What that particularly does is when they pull that up after tamping the plant pod, they get to input the work that they did to said plant or said herb. Meaning, anything that you use that was beneficial, that allowed you to yield a higher harvest or a bigger harvest, once you hit submit, it shares that data and information with all the other urban farmers within a 5-mile radius of you. Thus, if something is working good for you, it works good for them.
Cool.
If you found an invasive species or crop, and you share that information, now they also know what to look out for. So to keep their crop safe, but also to keep everybody in a good trajectory of what's growing at the same time.
Okay. That's if y'all are on the same platform.
Yes.
You're sharing data.
Yes.
And then obviously you can share that, you can take that and then also share with others outside who are not in the 5-mile radius.
Yes.
Okay.
You can, but it's mainly used for urban farmers within food deserts.
Got it.
Because the whole idea of this came out of me growing up in a food desert.
Right.
Now, over here on this side, this is what we call the Domino S3. So we build things for the real estate industry, Airbnb industry, Vrbo industry.
Yep.
So normally when a person goes and they check into an Airbnb or they check into any kind of room share, you don't know where the food is at. You don't know where to go shopping at.
Gotcha.
You don't know where the nightlife is.
You don't know the neighborhood.
You don't know the area. However, what makes this cool, I'm going to just hold this right here so you can see. Right? Well, I got it. Okay. So, what makes this one of my favorite is because...
And first of all, where does this go? In the Airbnb?
In the Airbnb, directly by the door.
So if you got an Airbnb, that person's coming in, this is by the door.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So what they do, let's say if you didn't know where the food was, only thing you do is tap at the top, and it takes you to the grocery store within a 5-mile radius of said location.
Got it. Hold up.
Yeah.
And then it says, see results closer to you, not now.
Yeah, go ahead, not now.
So when you tapped it, it showed...
Directly, the grocery stores from where we're at right now, it's telling us the Kroger's, the Publix, everything that's directly next to us.
So that top one, that's food.
Yes, now right there.
What's this one?
God forbid if you hurt yourself, that's the hospital.
Hospital or the urgent care, or whatever.
That's closest to you.
So you tap that?
Exactly.
Got it.
Now, and at the bottom it goes for nightlife, but that's not what makes this cool. Let's say if you have an Airbnb here in Atlanta, but then you open up one in New York. You ship one of these to New York and it automatically updates itself. You don't have to do anything to it, and neither does we.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So once we build it and code it, it's easy, ready to go. That's what we call NFC anchoring technology. So what it does is it brings up the things that you need that's within a proximity of you, within a short radius, not a far radius.
All right.
And it's called the Domino S3.
So y'all been a little busy.
Well, this is not even scratching the surface. So there's everything from interactive clothing. We build businesses with this stuff. We build buildings with this stuff. One of my most sought after right now that I'm really excited about, and everybody could be on the lookout for, is called HB 742. So
HB 742.
Yeah, I named it after my big brother.
Okay.
But I'll give you an idea. I'll do it one more time and see if you catch what I'm saying.
What, the Kente?
No. Interactive clothing.
Got it.
Fully integrated.
Okay.
So the thought of it is for military use. If, God forbid, if a soldier get hit with an RPG or a grenade, it allows them to find the body parts and things like that to get back to their family so they can have a respectable burial.
Okay.
Things like that. But also utilize for street teams. So no more street teams walking around with a whole bunch of book bags full of things. They can have everything from giveaways to gift cards to you name it, all by people just tapping their garment.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can wash it, dry it, and iron it. And nothing happens to it.
Now, y'all, so you're not attaching that to existing clothing. It's you're developing the clothing itself.
Well, we're developing the fabric itself.
Right, the fabric. Yeah. The fabric. Got it.
So the fabric is integrated with what we call pixie dust.
So y'all gonna need to have it in Kente, because you know
for you we'll make.
I have a lot of outfits, you know, because I don't want to wear that bland ass blue, white T-shirt. You know, got to be a little different. So okay.
So that's where we're going with it. But again, we developed since you last saw me. You said we've been a little busy. We developed over 3,400 and some odd applications, and we're not stopping. So going forward, my dream is to walk every 50 feet and see our technology. Literally, every 50 feet that I walk, I want to be able to see a building that we have built, a garden that we have influenced, things of that nature. Allowing nations to use it. So even if we look at how they're going forward with like digital IDing, I believe our people need to be at the forefront of this technology, not at the ass end. The last time we was at the ass end of technology, it was the musket. And we all know how that turned out.
Yep.
Given colonization. But this time we have a real chance to be at the forefront of it. And we develop. We haven't had any venture capitalists, any investors. It's just us, the engineers, and we built it one device at a time, and we funded it with one cell at a time. That's literally how it happened. So when they talk about being bootstrapped, we bootstrapped this directly from beginning, and we can't say in because we're not done yet.
There we go. So come a long way since that bumper to the hallway.
Yes. And the funny thing is, I really couldn't wait to see you, to not just show my gratitude, but to show you what we did with the opportunity that was put in front of us. Because when you get a chance to sit down with someone like you, it gives you opportunity. People don't understand that everything is not at the result of asking someone for $1.
Right. Every connection is not transactional.
Exactly.
So the thing is, if you pass it to someone else, or hey, check this out, and I tell people this all the time because they fail, it's incumbent upon you to take it further.
I tell you like this. This is how we opened the door. We touched on the story earlier, so it's okay I could just tell it? All right, so right after you introduced me to AJ turned around and went to Miami. It was him, Serena Williams, Jamie Foxx, a slew of other people that I have never met a day in my life. ever met a day in my life. That following year, I am sitting with Les Brown right around the corner from where we're at right now. Off walks Milan Selassie. I have never met this man before. He runs up like, Dr. Danaka, that's a techlet. I love your story. And in my head, I'm like, who is this dude? So I leaned over to Les. I was like, is this your man's in him? He looked at me and said, no, but be cool. Just be cool. So, because he's mentioning names of people that I know I never met.
Right.
So he's like, yo, man, we love your tech. I mean, everybody loves your story. Yada. And I'm like, who is everybody? He's like, yeah. Then he said, AJ. I'm like, hold up. So I pulled out my phone. I started texting AJ. AJ wasn't even here yet. He was like, Doc, I'm about to get on the plane. I'll talk to you later. And just hung up. So I'm like, I don't know if dude was telling the truth, lying, or anything. My fiance, Michelle Rice, said, well, look at his Instagram. So I said, who Instagram? I don't know this dude. He said, no. She says, no. Look at AJ's Instagram. So I goes on AJ's Instagram, and lo and behold, this was December 9th, 2004. I remember the dates like it was yesterday. December 10th is when AJ got here, but on December 9th, I looked on AJ's reels, and Milan Selassie, AJ, Serena Williams, Jamie Foxx, Pharrell, all of them are on the beach like this. And I'm like, oh my God, look here, brother, give me a minute, because I had to take it all in. When
all of them had the techlet.
AJ put my name in rooms with people that are not just powerful and what we consider black excellence, but those situations ended up somebody said something to someone from Pharrell's camp, right? I end up getting put in Black Ambition. He has like a tech competition for up and coming startups. And then turns around, as I showed you the email yesterday, I end up as one of the finalists. So when I say mind blowing, it just was like, boom. And I was like, if I ever get, I said at first, I don't know if you wanted to hear this long ass story, but I was like, I got to tell it to him step for step on how it happened. Because when people ask me, and I'm like, look, you ever heard the expression, you wouldn't believe me if I told you? I am literally living that. So I literally just stopped telling the story. They'd be like, how you end up in Black Ambition? Well, if I told you, you're not going to believe me. So I'm going to just take the congratulations and I'm going to keep it on moving. Because to be honest, I don't even have to win. Just by being in the finals did so much. Did so much. And I give all the glory to God. I don't keep none of that for myself. I give all the glory to God. Because you guys paved the way that I couldn't have paved or laid the asphalt down for myself. So I put it God, myself, then y'all. The life that you spoke into me, I'll never forget what you said to me. You said, if a person can open the door, they'll do it right then and there. When you did it right then and there, you was like, no, take out your camera, take some footage. And I was messing with it, trying to get the selfie right. You said, man, give me your phone. Click. And I'm like, Roland Martin just took my phone.
Oh, I done snatched many phones.
No, exactly.
All around America.
But then I noticed it's what you do. But you
call a 3-second rule.
You inspired not just the outlook on the approach that comes across when I'm dealing with people. It lit a fire that allowed me to not just push forward, but push forward with confidence, push forward with integrity. That's why this part of my tech, when I said, the Digi Spike and Plant Pod, we don't sell it. I give that away to all urban farmers for free. I don't care if it's a church. I don't care if it's in the back of your house. If you need it, we make sure you have it. Because I know a lot of people believe in tithing, right? And I'm not even religious. I'm being honest with you. I am not a religious man.
I got you.
I'm a God-fearing man, but I'm not a religious man, so I ain't going to sit up here in front like I am. But I do believe that with my talent, it's my responsibility that 10% of who I am has to go back to God. This is my 10%. Now, mind you, we've been approached by everybody to sell this stuff. And they want us to sell it. So even some of the engineers in the lab, they want us to sell it. No, I would not sell that. That I'm gifting. So you got a garden in the back of your house?
Oh, hell no.
What?
My brother does.
Then we're going to send your brother some Digi Spikes and plant pots.
I ain't got time to try to grow and stuff.
But we're going to send him some.
Yeah, he has one and my sister has one. And they posting the family photos. They growing all their stuff. I said, y'all.
After that meeting that we had, a few days later, Miss Felidia from the Andrew Young YMCA. Andrew Young, that's on the wall right around here. They have a YMCA named after them. They reached out to me and was like, look, we heard about some of the agricultural technology that you're working on. I presented it at the state capitol. Not only did they wanted it for the kids. Man, I went out there so fast, did the installation, walked around the whole campus of it, seeing how they was growing and how they using it and how they interacting with the kids. And that, I took that as God speaking to me that this is the purpose. All of this other stuff that we sell is cool, fine, but this is the purpose.
Right.
Because it can actually get rid of food deserts.
There you go.
Especially if they know what they're doing in the garden. Now, mind you, a lot of the farmers that we see now are what, in their 50s, 60s, 70s. We have a responsibility to train the next generation. No difference than what they're doing in media with having STEM schools and stuff like that. This is for them as well.
Well, man, it's a hell of a lot, and here's what I'll say is, I say to anyone, never limit the vision.
Nah, I won't, and I appreciate that. You speak life into me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know what? I'm not going to take that congratulations yet until we're done, because literally,
said you're never going to be done.
Hold on, I'm about to show you the other blessing that came out of this. Right? You was just sitting up here interviewing Bill Duke, right?
Yep.
His daughter was right there. She said, listen, I've been hearing about you. I've been waiting to meet you. And now you're standing right here about to be interviewed by Roland Martin. And I'm like, yeah. She was like, listen, we have a museum that they're doing. So what I do for them, I'm dedicating to Roland Martin Unfiltered. Because they want us to check out their whole museum and what they're doing for, with their legacy here in Georgia. But again, it's another connection and another opportunity. Like, anybody that's really about doing something, they need to be around brothers like you. They need mentors like you. You mentored me 3 years ago for about an hour. And I hung out. I got a chance to meet Deshaun and the other crew and things like that. That's why when I see you guys, I immediately go into my giving mode. Because y'all done given so much to me. It's literally no way I could repay you outside of the stock options that we gonna be giving out. Outside of that,
I don't mind stock options.
It's literally no other way I could, because this is what we call a real blessing.
Yep.
Everybody else, they'll sit up and flex. They'll try to sit up here and pontificate. That ain't me. And when I say it's coming from the bottom of my heart, it really is.
I appreciate it.
Because a lot of the people that could have helped, they wasn't in a position to do what you did. They wasn't in a position to speak life like you did. So, yeah, you could give me all the congratulations that you want. I'm only going to give it right back. Or at least 10%.
All right, then. Keep moving and grooving.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.